All right, so a lot of y'all saw the clip out there of Trump and Vance and Zelensky. All right, it's a few minutes long. And a lot of people are going just off that clip. And depending on which side of the political fence you're on, you're gonna develop your own conclusion. Either Zelensky was disrespectful, or Trump and Vance are being a bully. And I often say, look, I don't want to just go from a clip of something. I want to watch the whole thing. So my friend Tim pointed this out. He was like, let's watch the whole video. You know, maybe we'll learn something. Maybe it's worth our time. It's about an hour long. So we watched the whole video, hour long. If you didn't watch it, the first half of it is Zelensky pretty much talking about his plight, which you expect him to do, and Trump bullshit. Just being narcissistic as possible. Always looking for an opportunity to wax himself off. Always looking for an opportunity to tell the people how dumb and how horrible Biden is and how great he is. Stuff like that. That's for the first half. Third quarter is more of that. You can tell that Zelensky's getting a little bit irritated, as well he should, if any of us were in his shoes. You have a reporter at some point pointing out, hey, Zelensky, why don't you ever wear a suit? Do you even own a suit? His people are back suffering, dying. There's a war going on, been going on for years, but sure, talk about a suit. So that goes on through the third quarter, and the fourth quarter is pretty much summarized by the clip that a lot of y'all saw. Now, it's important to note that the setting of this is diplomacy, supposedly. That's claimed by Trump and Vance. And the deal doesn't get done. Why doesn't the deal get done? 'Cause that's the important part. Why doesn't the deal get done? And an important detail that we need to focus on is the fact that Putin, who Zelensky is called a terrorist and engaged in war crimes and such, and Putin's pretty much a bigot, right? They're trying to get this deal done. They're trying to, as Trump said, solve the problem. You can't solve bigotry. You can't solve terrorism, right? That's what Putin's doing. That's the heart of why they're at war in the first place. It's him. Some reporters brought up the fact that that Trump has been more favorable to Putin's side, who Zelensky calls a terrorist, by the way. And I think that's fair, but that's pretty much, Trump would shut that down. Trump would shut down security talk because they want some security there. They don't want just a deal of ceasefire. They want security there to make sure that Putin does what he's supposed to do. Because this detail, okay? Putin has already broken the ceasefire in the past. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, people, 25 times. 25 times. So if there's a rule and somebody breaks that rule 25 times, are you gonna trust them to keep that rule? No. And Trump's saying, well, he didn't break it with me. So he's pretty much, Zelensky's telling Trump, hey, I know that Putin did that, but trust me. Trust Trump? If Trump told me that if Trump told me that the sun's gonna rise tomorrow, that we're gonna get some sunshine tomorrow, I wouldn't believe it. If Trump told me that it's raining outside and I look out the window and it's raining, I'm gonna question whether I'm seeing that or not. There's some sort of optical illusion going on because it can't be raining because that man lies all the time. So you want Zelensky to trust him, trust all his people. With that, that's a whole other thing, all right? Regardless, the deal doesn't get done. JD Vance pops in, chest out, you're being disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing with him. Being a total tool, by the way. And when I use these words, all right, JD Vance is being a tool, I say that objectively. If you look up in the Urban Dictionary, the definition of tool, tell me that Vance doesn't fit that description. If you look up classic narcissism, tell me that Trump doesn't fit that description. So I'm not using these words as name calling necessarily. I'm using them just as facts. Being typical of being a narcissist and being a tool, as they are, like Vance got upset at something else. It was there was a reporter that brought up the fact that Trump had been schmoozing a little much with Putin, and then Vance brought up, we're being diplomatic, we're being tough. We're not just using words like Biden did, right? Bringing up Biden again. And Zelensky was just questioning, what does that mean? I don't think he was trying to be smart. I think he was actually, what does that mean exactly? Because again, we need some security. We need, if you're talking about action, we're tough, but we're tough bringing diplomacy. And even if that is the case, how does that translate to us not having any security? You see what I'm saying? It's a mess, people, a mess. And at the end, nothing gets done. And he's going to do narcissistic things, and he's just going to continue to be a narcissist. Vance is going to continue to be a tool. Zelensky's going to continue to try to fight honorably and try to be an honorable leader and fight tough, even if the odds are against him, and they are. I feel like everybody was what they were supposed to be. Everyone played their part, right? Putin is a terrorist and a tyrant and will continue to do so, continue to be that way. And the American people are still just kind of sitting by, watching, being shocked. Ultimately, people, no deal done. Was it worth the time to watch the full hour? No, Tim, no. All right, that was dumb of you. That is name calling. That's not just a fact. All right, wasted our time, wasted my time. An hour watching that. To know what we already know. The fact that Trump is going to be Trump, Vance is going to be Vance, Putin's going to be Putin, Zelensky's going to be Zelensky, and American people are just going to sit around, shocked, entertained, amazed while everything around us is burning to the ground. Yay!